Minutes only.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on lesson planning and curriculum development by Skillveda. Skillveda is a unit of Mavisha Foundation, which is empowering individuals through skill development, training, and opportunities. We are thrilled to have our esteemed trainer, Dr. Shama, a CBSE resource person, AI international trainer, and co-founder of eGurukul, Excellence of Learning, to share her knowledge and insights. Yeah, Dr. Shama, welcome.
Thank you so much, Twinkle ma'am. Thank you so much. So very good evening to all the esteemed educators over here. I believe that you are doing well. So today's topic is very interesting, going to be very interesting. If you really want to enjoy the learnings, then I believe that is one of the best way. Because the topic is something which we basically as an educator, we all are doing. So I just want to set some rule for the session before I start with. I love to see your lovely faces, but if you are not comfortable, that's completely fine. And along with that, please keep yourself on mute. I definitely going to ask if anybody will have a specific question on the middle of the session, then obviously they can drop the message on the chat box. And on the end of the session, I'm going to take a Q&A also. So that is a lesson planning and curriculum development. Can I have, like, I just want to a very floating chat box that what do you mean by lesson planning? What basically we used to do? What is very important for lesson planning or curriculum development? Which of these two are very important? Lesson planning or curriculum development? Or without which it is not possible to take any session? Anyone? I just want, I don't want a kind of in a personal chat. I just want a kind, it will be great. Lesson planning. Okay, thank you, Renuka ma'am. Thank you so much. Lesson planning. What about the curriculum development? Teaching lesson properly without wasting time. Okay, fine. So all of you are agree with, I guess, lesson planning is very important. But student outcome, lesson planning before starting the something new. Okay, a teacher's daily guide for what students need to learn. Okay, what about the curriculum development? Is curriculum development is also not required? Curriculum development is not required. What do you think? Okay. See, curriculum development as it is required. Yes, very true, Seema ma'am. That curriculum development is very important. And the first curriculum development, then the lesson planning. Very correctly, I think Bhavna ma'am very correctly mentioned that curriculum development is the first step to go ahead with any of the grade or any specific topic. So today, myself, Dr. Shama, ma'am, Batwikal ma'am has already introduced you. I'm an AI specialist and AI international trainer. So what actually I'm going to dive into it. First, I'm going to talk about its importance, how it looks like. And then I will tell you about how in this digital or VUCA world, we are able to think of how to plan and how effectively we will plan the lesson. So when we are planning a lesson, what is the important thing is, uh, what is an important elements of lesson plan? See, curriculum development is although very important, but lesson planning is a major constraint. If I've given you, for example, if I'm taking a science topic and saying that create a lesson plan, then obviously you need a specific grade because a topic can be repeated in every grade, but specifically a particular grade has a specific lesson plan. So overall is the lesson plan is one of the major part of the teacher diet, you can say, right? Because without lesson plan, when we are talking about a teacher or inside the classroom, that will set up a clear goal to when we are talking about lesson planning. That's why there is two terms are required, that is learning objectives and learning outcomes. So learning objectives, what we are going to target, and learning outcomes is what we are getting. Learning outcomes is basically depend upon the type of a learners. For example, if I'm talking about Delhi NCR students and a very rural area student, if I'm going to teach both of them a same topic, then their learning out, although I've targeted for learning objective is same for both the type of a children, but the learning outcome can be differ because it is always a learner centered. Now, when we are saying learner centered, what do you mean by this? Curriculum development is the first planning to start with teaching and achieve our learning. Very good, very nice. Hemant sir, yeah. What do you think? What is important for that lesson planning? Although we have, I'm going to talk about a little bit later about curriculum, because we have to first understand what is lesson planning. So what is actually the lesson planning? What is important thing is how to plan a lesson. So first we have to take insight on that, that what is our learning objectives, what to be achieved in the planning the lesson. When we are talking about a learning objective of that particular topic, what are the things we are going to talk about so that it will give you a learning of learning outcomes, what we actually desire, right? So it is a lesson planning is a kind of not a I must not use the word content, but it will give you a listing of the things what is required for facilitate your learners. Now, when we are talking about to facilitate our learners, as you know, everyone knows it nowadays, that we educators now called as facilitators. Why? Because every student, every student in this world, now in this era, basically, this digital era, they knows one another ways about the topic, whether it is a YouTube, whether it is an online surfing or anything, but at least they know about the something about the content, what actually we are going to teach them. But what happened here, when we are talking about the content part, then it jumped to the curriculum. But when we are talking about a lesson planning, that what is the boundary to be set up to deal with that specific content is we are going to talk about in the under the lesson planning topic. So in the lesson planning, not only we are planning that what are the topic to be taken, but how to be taken, and what are the activities of, if there is any activities related to the topic if taken, then it was basically it was a kind of a framing of the particular lesson. Now, not only the content activities, but also the assessment part. Now, when we are talking about the assessment part, how many type of assessment everybody knows it? May I know certain things on chat box, please? How many type of assessments are there? Formative, assessment of learning, assessment of for learning. Very good. That's awesome. I just want to get the name of it. Sudha ma'am. Yes. Very good. Very nice. I love this one. Assessment for learning and assessment of learning. Although the type of assessment is summative and formative, but the problem is when we are talking about the type of assessment, then why we are doing assessment? That is the basic and main question. That assessment, why we are doing these assessments, whether it is a formative or summative assessment, why we are doing it? So that we will evaluate the learner's understanding. Why we are doing assessment, whether it is a formative, summative, whatever, we are only doing it because so that we were able to, yes, very true, Pamna ma'am, to diagnose the understanding of the student, whatever we did in the class, whatever we taught them into the class, or whatever we did for from the activities or experiential learning, or by showing them kind of in a any video or role play, whatever we are doing, we are and trying to get it what is their understanding, means whatever they have learned, whether they are able to reflect it on the assessment sheet or not, that we are going to see. Now, when we are talking about the assessment part, then this is the important one, because formative and summative assessment are the two different type of assessment when type in the reference of when to be taken. Formative assessment was taken by in the, it can be taken in the middle of the lesson planning or middle of the things, because it can be an objective, right? It can be a oral, it can be a kind of a quiz kind of a thing. So that can be taken any thing in between of the lesson or a chapter. But summative is something which is going to elaborate or cover the area most prominently, right? So when we are talking about these two different type of assessments, then they are going to talk and create the things or conclude the where we are able to. Yes, someone has, Manisha ma'am has given the very good definition of formative assessment is a diagnostic and it's a continuous. That's why we used to, why it is said to be a continuous, because it should be taken out during the session also, during the lesson, or why we are delivering the lecture, during that time also we are talking about the formative assessments. So nowadays, obviously every CBSE school nowadays is talking about competency based assessment, which is very important. Why? So that we not only get the understanding of the student, but also are these 21st century learners are actually using their life skills, that 21st century skills, to their topics. That is the most important thing, because when they are using, that means they are doing it very they got the concept deep, or they are got achieved the masters in their concepts. So today I will give you certain ideas about how to use basically the AI to get the learner to get the this assessments as well. So when we are talking about understanding and diverse learners need, that is the most important thing when we are talking about the lesson planning. When we are talking about lesson planning, this is the most important. Why? Because we have to understand what kind of an learners. Now, when we are creating a lesson plan, do a lesson plan will be same as in the rural area as well as in the urban area? Do the both the lesson plan of the topic is same in the rural area and the urban area? No, it cannot be. Why? Because we have to understand exactly, no, because we have to understand the need of the learners, what kind of a learners we have, whether it is they are even the level of their understanding. Why it is so? Because so that we can able to understand their style of understanding, background, and the ability to reflect. That is the most important thing. Now, strategies for differentiation. While we are implementing any strategies or catering to all type of learners, then we have to talk. We have to uh, uh, we have to keep this factor inside our mind, or a place, or a centered, that what kind of a strategy we are going to implement, so that it will not only cater up a specific type of a learners, but all the overall learners. Because everyone now nowadays is talking about inclusive learning. When we are talking about a special type of a learner, that doesn't means that we are talking about the special type or a special childs. No, it is not only those people we are talking about, we are also talking about the special type of a learners. Because some students you might be seen or observed inside the classroom also, that they understand by the music, or they understand by the kind of in a rap, or they understand by kind of in a the way it means their understanding is not a rote learning or read learning. That is, their understanding is something different, right? They will able to grasp the concept very differently. So that should be a specific type of a. Now when we are talking about inclusive learning and personalized learning also, I am just I want to share you one thing, that recently I have written, means I've taken the paper on the specific personalized learning also, and that you can't believe. Right now I can't show you that graph also, but believe me, dear educators, that while using the assessment of what teachers are creating, or simple assessment, what a competency based assessment or competency based assessment with the help of AI, that is having a variation of 38%. Now, just imagine, 38% means the child who has already failed in the exam while you have taken the assessment, that is got passed. Why? Because it was totally created by AI with the help, with the taking the constraint of the type of a learners. So because it is, we know that we identify the learning strategy of that particular student. That's why we have created that kind of an assessment for that child. And we got to know that, yes, this child understood the concept. That is a variation, means 38% means a student who is failed in the exam, they got passed. I will definitely going to do the competency based learnings and understandings. See, I just little bit come in the point when we are talking about lesson planning, competency based, because you know that now, the 21st century skills, when we are taking constraint of 21st century skills, that type of a concept we are teaching to cover up that one. Even I will try to create, with the help of AI, I will try to create a 21st century or a competency based this lesson plan also. I will do it a little bit, like let me cover this topic a little bit, and then I will definitely. Now, when we are talking about this content differentiation, how you differentiate the content. Differentiation means, differentiating means you are dividing the concept, right? According to the need of the specific type of a learners. Now, if I know that this A student knows basic knowledge, or he know or she knows about the basic knowledge about the topic, then I need to go a little bit at a higher level, right? I can't make him understand ki again I will teaching him about basic concept. No, we can't do that, because it is because apart from not teaching it, apart from that, the student himself is not going to take interest. What I know, all these things basically you have might be heard in your classroom or the student, that ye to mujhe aata hai. So the student don't want to learn it. The thing which they already know, the student, they don't want to learn it. Now, process of differentiation, how to differentiate? That is differentiated by the type of assessment which we have taken at the middle of the lesson. That is formative quiz, whether it is a simple quiz kind of a thing, whether it is MCQs, whatever you are going to do it according to the type of learners, along with the type of a time you have. Means if you have 30 minutes, you can do that. If you have 10 minutes, you can judge it, what kind of differentiation you needed. Now, when you are talking about a product differentiation means what kind of a learning understanding you are giving. As I've taken the example in the beginning, that if I'm going to talk about, say, force, I know my student knows it, what actually a force is, what type of a forces are. But if my student don't know what actually a force, what actually a different type of a force, then I can't make them understand about the force is equal to mass into acceleration. Obviously not. Obviously not. Yes. Why? Because they that a student don't know about the force, then how can I make them understand force is equal to mass into acceleration? he or she won't understand what is push or what is pull. Then we have to first make them understand what is push or what is pull. Then we were able to understand that, make them understand that what is the formula for force. Now, how we were able to give a fostering to the inclusive environment or inclusive learning, where I already spoken about a lot on this, that we have to take a consideration of what kind of an learners we have it, what kind of an learners we talk about, and we are going to conclude on what kind of an, or we are going to target on what kind of an learners. So basically, the on this one, we would say that the lesson plan is depend upon the type or diverse type of a learners. Now, incorporating the technology in the lesson plan. This is a very important. I will share you my screen. Let me first complete this one, each part, and then I will share you my screen and give you the way you are able to create a lesson for 21st century learners. So first we have to see that I always mention in my every session that always try to not only create an informative session, informative lesson plan for the schools, but also create three type of a lesson, that is interactive, attractive, or attractive and informative. All these three type of lesson, because if it is not interactive, then two-way communication is not there, your student will feel bored, and it should not be a learner centered, it should be a teacher centered. Now the second is attractive, it should have some kind of new things in their lesson planning, in your lesson planning. Otherwise, if you use the same content, or you same pictures or same videos, then the student will got bored every time, madam to wahi dikhati hai. So don't do this, you have to use something new, technology new, because now in the education fraternity we have so many tools, so many things to give them, right? So we can able to, yes, innovative, Purvi ma'am, yes, innovative also. And also the second one is resources and information, what I already, कि आप same cheese use करेंगे, then the student will feel bored, right? Now again the third one is facilitate collaboration and communication. That means if the student is not collaborating or communication is not taken, that was taken either by use of technology or seamless with the kind of information or a content you are going to present. And the most important, now every schools, most of the schools are nowadays using, that is a learning management system. When we are talking about learning management system, that is taken by the students, which is sorry, that is taken by the schools, that is going to manage their learning. They used to give, because a learning management system is used to yes, LMS. That is used to give the flipped classroom. Everybody know about the flipped classroom. That is got used for the specifically for 21st century learners. Why? Because 21st century learners, although they know about the topic little bit, not thoroughly, but little bit about the topic, but they are known it, they knew it, they, even before you start with the lesson, they know that ki ma'am, force push or pull hota hai. They used to mention this here. But what is the new thing you are going to tell? What is the new way you are going to teach them? That is the most important. Interactive tools you can use nowadays. Every school, means during COVID, obviously every schools are online. But after that, what happened? Many times, specifically in the case of Delhi, I used to say that they are having many sometimes pollution, sometimes something happens, and they used to put off, and they used to switch towards the online schooling. So many times we have to use that kind of an interactive tools to make them engaging. Virtual stimulation means you have to give something virtually so that they will get stimulated and get able to go through the inside the lesson. Their curiosity increases and they were able to go into the topic, right? Now STEM integration. Everybody know about the STEM. Everyone is talking about the STEM because STEM is a kind of which is going to give them acceleration to the particular student on that to learn about that particular topic. Project-based learning, specifically type collaboration, ongoing professional development, and flexibility of lesson planning means you are able to get a flexible lesson plan on this, right? Let me stop this one. Just a minute. Yeah, let me stop this and then I will start with my sharing my. Yeah. Yeah, this is. I hope my screen is visible to. This is a simple chat GPT. Now, when we are talking about lesson planning, now as somebody has asked me, ki, ma'am, how to create a lesson of for competency based, right? You have to simply, I'm you not using any specific AI tool or something. I'm using your favorite AI tool of a teacher, that is a chat GPT of a teachers. That is see, I have to write create. Can you give me any class or subject, anyone, so that it will help me out to create a lesson or lesson for any specific grade and a topic? Class 4
Class
English
plus
topic.
2.
Topic, ma'am. I need a topic.
Yeah, partition for plus two political science students.
Critical science student, class 2.
Class plus 2 political science student.
Acha,
Topic is
class plus 2. Okay.
partition. Partition of India.
Okay. Now, this is the favorite prompt which everyone is using, right? But what about this? What about the competency-based lesson plan? Create a lesson plan for 12th, grade 12th on partition of India for of CBSC as competency based, right? I'm going to copy it. Okay, now see it. Yeah. Hemant sir, I definitely going to cater your question. You just, yeah, and madam has given me the topic, any topic for pre-primary. Okay, I will definitely going to let it done. I will show you in other AI tool. You can use SDG also. SDG भी आप use में लिख सकते हैं. SDG या lesson plan on मैंने जैसे competency based लिखा है तो आप उसमें SDG भी लिख सकते हैं. That is your specific, the one which you want to do. जो मैंने prompt लिखा था, that you can type it here, you can put it like this and show them. Now you are able to see. Now see it, learning objective competency आ गया आपका, application आ गया, textbook आपने कहाँ से, material means what are the materials you have written down, and session 1 session 2 means, session 1 session 2 means when you are talking about different type of periods, right, a first period, second period, all that you can able to do it in this way. And you are able to see the activities is also given, what kind of an activity. Basically in history or social studies we don't able to like plan the activity, but here is the activities also which is given in your learnings. And even the assessment strategies, competency, kaun sa competency you are going to check about, and what kind of an assessment you are going to use it. And integrating 21st century, you are able to, what are the skills you are integrating, you are going to help it out. And those the ma'am who is talking about primary ke liye, Purvi ma'am, can you give me any topic
Thank you,
specifically?
ma'am.
Can you give me any topic
Yes,
specifically for
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Take English prepositions.
which grade it is?
Kindergarten, senior KG.
Oh, sorry. KG.
Excuse me, ma'am. Every time we have to use ChatGPT only, or we can use any other app for
नहीं,
AI?
I'm using Gemini now because ChatGPT, I don't know, it is not working. So I have used the Gemini, but you can use any of the AI tools. There are many free AI tools are available like ChatGPT, Gemini, Black Box, your
Okay.
Microsoft का ये this one क्या है, Copilot and all that. You can use any
All
of.
are that easy like AI ChatGPT, and which
Yes,
we have to
it is.
just simply type. All are that easy to handle.
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's much better. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
And
and it
come to
is
another
free.
point.
Basically, it is important is we don't want to pay. Even I don't ask anyone to
Yeah,
pay
that's a
for
wonderful
any.
point. Another
That
point
is
is,
free.
ma'am, like in ChatGPT, they're written also that we have to check the matter with whether it is correct or not. We have to recheck it.
Because ma'am, that is a free AI tool, na. So wo that is asking you every time, but there is only one limitation in ChatGPT, कि they have a fixed number of words. Till that time you can able to search. Otherwise, you have to wait for next 24 hours.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Is the
Uh,
same problem with the other AI tools also? Like we have to check
नहीं,
there
Gemini
also?
के साथ मुझे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Gemini is not having that problem. Even Black Box is also not having that problem.
Okay.
Copilot के
Okay.
साथ भी नहीं है. If you are using
And Gemini
Gemini
and
or
all, we
Microsoft.
can download it from Play Store only?
No, I am not using any. This is my personal request and attention to every educators. Don't download any AI tool on your system. As on a cybersecurity, I'm telling you. Use web
Okay.
version. Neither use your any of the AI tool in your mobile phones as well, because it is a generative AI. So they are taking up data like if what you are typing in your phone, even you are sharing your bank details with WhatsApp with anyone. So obviously that is going to be get.
But we are
Uh,
using ChatGPT on daily basis.
but you are not using on what chat means this one mobile phone. If you are using, then you are be more vulnerable to get hacked.
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, I will take the
Okay.
questions, I guess, later. Twinkle, ma'am, I guess.
Yeah, Dr. Sharma. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I thought let me take the questions later. I'll first.
No, it's fine if you can take in between also, then it's also fine, not a problem.
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, tell me please. Somebody is talking to.
Purvi ji, yeah,
Yes,
please,
ma'am.
you can ask.
We can use Meta in mobile phone.
Ma'am, that is Meta AI is different. Why? Because Meta AI is WhatsApp enabled AI. Try to understand the differentiation. See, Meta AI is WhatsApp enabled AI, whereas the other AI that what I'm talking about, Chat GPT hai, Black Box and everything, that is all our external AI, right? So external AI is using like different things, right? आपका वो data ले रहा है. जैसे मैं आपको एक example बताती हूँ. This is मेरा login है ये, because without login you can't use any of AI tool. अब ये मैं इसी से पूछती हूँ. Tell me something. Thing about Dr. Sharma. Now, because every time I am using it, that's why it is very easily tell you about me. But if you use the same prompt in your own login, then it won't tell you about Dr. Sharma. It will tell you many other Dr. Sharma might be, if you're not specifying especially. So they are going to tell you something about other than. ये कुछ इसका कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. Let me do it refresh. ये आपका बन गया मैम, जो मैम ने किंडरगार्टन का कुछ पूछा था.
Yes, ma'am. Got your.
Yeah. Kindly share how on or what is the good lesson plans. Okay, I definitely going to do that. Seema ma'am, sure, I definitely. ये देखो आ गया. See. See.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the way every AI tool is monitoring your activities. So that is the reason I'm saying that please don't use on your mobile phone. Because if I'm using this, for example, if I'm using my chat GPT on my mobile phone, then I'm telling you, if I will ask na कि tell me something about Dr. Sharma, then वो आपको मेरा account number भी दे देगा, मेरा Paytm number भी दे देगा, सब कुछ दे देगा वो आपको. It is that much vulnerable now. See, इसने last में question भी किया है. Would you like a more specific profile for a particular purpose? Now, just imagine how vulnerable you are if you are using ChatGPT on your mobile phones. Anyways, so I'm talking about the lesson. Now, if I have ma'am, suppose we need to explore any AI tool, then they ask for login. So can we log in through email? Yes, you can. You have to, obviously, without email address. Now, they don't allow you to use any of the. But the thing is, for the cybersecurity, I always used to say, ki, please don't use your bank account wala email address or mobile number on your any of your AI tools. Let's rather than this is, topic is of lesson planning and content, this one curriculum development, so we will stuck on that topic because I need to cover a more on this. So we have already seen that this is a lesson plan,
ma'am.
right? Sorry,
Ma'am, which AI tool is best for searching any correct information?
ma'am, I must say that कोई भी आप AI tool ले लीजिए, that is should be a paid one, premium one, that will be a best.
ChatGPT and Gemini is good.
Gemini, if you are using free wala chat GPT, then rather than using free chat GPT, better to use Gemini.
Okay, according to you, Gemini is best for
Yes.
searching any material.
Why it is so? Because Gemini is keep on updating. It is Google's AI. So it's keep on updating the information. Whereas chat GPT, if you are using a free version, then it is not updated one.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Gemini is good. I believe There are many, yes, there are many apart from that. Yeah, let me talk about now. If we have created this kind of a lesson, now I have to create, we have created lesson plan on this, right? As madam said, kaun sa hai ye lesson plan? Hmm. Yeah, the lesson plan I have created. And now I'm going to tell you about create a lesson plan for senior. Now I'm going to make it create a formative assessment formative assessment for of CBSC competency based. है ना? Now let's do it. Yeah. Now you are able to see this is a competency based assessments are coming. How you are able to form. See, you can use any of the topic, but now a big but on this, because if you have noticed me, I have written a prompt very specific. So I always give this a specific example to every my AI session may that AI will work according to your instruction. As you have seen that AI, I have given a new naming to AI, that is not an artificial intelligence, because we have created AI. No, AI haven't created us. And we can able to use AI according to our instruction. So it is not an artificial intelligence, rather than it is an assistant instructor for the educator. So I renamed it. Ritu ma'am, yes, you can use it for Hindi also. Whatever the prompt, if you want to create, say, Sangya ka lesson plan banana hai aapko, you write it a Sangya lesson plan of CBSE so and so जो भी है वो, then you have to, and then end you have to write in Hindi. I think somebody has asked me to create. I've created in this Gemini only. मैंने किया होगा, नहीं इसमें हट गया. Okay, fine. I created it. You just write it at the end in Hindi, so they will able to create it. Okay, coming back to the topic, that is this kind of an assessment we were able to create. Now, when I have the assessment, now I have created a lesson plan, I have the things, but before that, we have to understand what is our syllabus and what is our curriculum. What is our syllabus and what is our curriculums, which we are talking about to teach the student. According to that only we are creating the lesson. But a big but, that is we have to understand what are the specific small content are there. See, I make you understand very easily. See, lesson plans are the pearls, right? And whereas curriculum is a garland. So to make a garland, to make a curriculum, we have to make a join a specific pearls together. Then only we are able to get a good garland, good curriculum. This is a very beautiful example of to making understand the curriculum, how to develop. Now, as I have created only one lesson plan, it is not like in one chapter there is only one topic. No, it should be a small topic. Either you can create a complete lesson plan of a complete chapter, or you can talk about a small 2-3 lesson plan in a one chapter. If it is a small children's kindergarten, as it is I have created, so you can make them एक ही lesson plan में हो गया. But what about the senior students? Senior students have to be like, lesson is very big, very large. So I have to create a specific curriculum for that. So for example, if I'm going to create a curriculum, I'm going to create a curriculum for only one class, for one grade and one topic. So can you just suggest me any specific topic, grade, any specific type of a learners? Any grade or topic? Suggest me, please. Either I can able to look it up for the above. Suggest me any grade 1 noun. Okay, fine. Grade 1 noun. ठीक है. Now I'm going to create curriculum. So create curriculum for grade 1 on noun of CBSE, because we are talking about CBSE. Obviously CBSE का curriculum नहीं, आप कोई और भी. Now, many of you might be thinking that, ma'am, why you are always writing CBSE, CBSE? So why it is so? Because see, until and unless you are going to mention the AI, I need a CBSE wala curriculum, then only it will create. Otherwise, it will always try to jump on the type of information that AI having, like वो ICSC, IB सबका बना देगा वो. Overall goal, see, learning objective भी बना दिया, application analysis बना दिया, evaluation creation बना दिया, weekly breakdown बना दिया, how to curriculum develop करेंगे, and assessment बना दिया, week 2 में क्या पढ़ाना है आपको वो बना दिया, week 3 में क्या पढ़ाना है आपको वो बना दिया. Everything they have created. See, and finally, they have given the assessment strategies also. Assessment strategy क्या होगी, कैसे होगी, वो भी आपको बता दिया उसने कि क्या क्या आपको बनाना है, क्या क्या करना है. Even you can able to differentiation भी आपको, how you are going to use it, that by providing a aids, virtual learners, hands-on experience, challenges, everything is given by this specific type of learners and the people who are like there inside, means the students who are there inside your classroom. Now, the number, I don't know why you people are not asked me, but yes, when I'm talking about inclusive learning, when we have a people with the students will having any disability, right? They are not able to see, they are not able to talk, they are not able to give a specific type of any disability is there in the student, then what kind of then you can create a lesson plan for this kind of a disabled student. For that, on the specific topic, you write that for this student or a specific type of a learners you have, you can write it and you can able to get it the very good reply on that. So not only create a content, you can able to also not only develop the lesson plan curriculum, but also create the content. Now, when you are, as somebody will ask me, ma'am, which is better, Gemini or ChatGPT? Now, in Gemini, in ChatGPT, when I'm using the free version of it, then it will won't give a updated content, right? But if I'm using Gemini, the simple Gemini, then it will give you updated content. Why? Because it is a Google's based AI, or Google के पास सब कुछ होता है. So that Google Baba is always ready to help us. So that we are going to use with a Google AI. When you are using a Google AI, they will give you updated content of that particular topic on the constraints. Okay. Now I will show you how it will. Wait. If I have written, ये किसका था? Lesson 1 का था. Sorry, grade 1 का noun था. शायद. हाँ. Create updated content for grade 1 noun of CBSE for now. Which kind of learners we are having nowadays? That is 21st century. Right? And now we are going to use the specific ones. Yeah. Now you are able to see the updated curriculum also, and content. Yeah. See, updated curriculum भी दे दिया और content भी दे दिया. You are able to get it. What else you want? See, that is the reason I said AI is going to assist you, not replace you, as many of you are in the beginning talking about AI aa gaya, so they are going to replace educators. So it is not like that, that AI is not going to replace us, because it is not having that formulas. Okay. This is. So I guess Twinkle ma'am, let's open the session, because I believe बहुत सारे questions and बहुत सारे things are रहे. So I believe कि there are so many questions are coming next to it. So I love to answer those questions.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Anyone, those who want to, because I'm able to see there are n number of things. I definitely going to cater you. Anyone? Okay, if you don't have any question, then I must say कि हम आपको एक और AI tool बताते हैं जिसमें आप you will definitely going to enjoy. Mm, is there any coder is there, like computer teachers or somewhat? Computer teacher कोई है यहाँ पे? This
Moreover,
AI
ma'am,
is.
please let us know about the precautions which we have to take while using AI tools.
अच्छा.
Like you said, na, you don't use it on the phone, or
Hmm.
don't use the same email ID which we have used for the bank. Any
Hmm.
other kind of precaution we have to, please
Ma'am, there
let
are
us
so
know.
many precautions are there. Number one precaution is never use your email address or phone number which is registered with your account, right? Bank account. Number one. Number two, never use your any of your AI in your mobile phones, like we ladies basically do for Snapchat, chat, and so many AI tools are there. So whatever the AI tools, or sorry, Snapchat or everything. So see, uh, mobile में YouTube होता है. That YouTube also is enabled at the back end. AI is working. If you want to take an example, I will show you. I will tell you. See, if I love to watch uh, videos of say science videos. I love to watch the science videos. That's why I'm getting the notification of science videos only. You have observed it.
Mm.
If I want to see the some movies, Bollywood movies or songs, then I'm able to get the notification of that regards only. Then why it is working, because I have seen the shot or I have seen the video of that particular thing. That's why they are getting me continuously at backend, right? So in that way only, when you are talking about a curriculum, means a learners centered, then if you are going to get the once your AI tool get to know कि नहीं madam is interested in only subjects, so that the hackers won't see your this thing. But if you are using something for creating, or you are putting many information like your bank account and everything, then it will might be become dangerous, right?
Okay,
And it will won't take कि आज आपने यूज किया 2 दिन के बाद आपका फोन हैक हो गया, ऐसा नहीं होता. It will take even month to month or year to years to get hacked.
okay, but better we use it on the other gadget, na?
Other, or even you don't use your same email address or phone numbers on it.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
हाँ. And along with that, ये है एक AI. Telling you, it is also a very good AI to content, or specifically for that one. Even it is having many coders, like coders are using it coding के लिए. if they want to get something on reasoning, app builders के लिए code बनाना है, सब कुछ इसमें आ जाता है. और ये एक ऐसा AI, this is one of the AI in which Gemini is also flashed or enabled on this. That is blackbox.ai.
Bhavana ji has written something in the chat box.
Okay, opening and closing activities are important or not? If we will have only one activity, is it okay? No, see, opening and closing activity, is very important because it will break the monotonous on the, even the activities is very important in the middle of the things. Basically, we used to say कि हाँ opening भी होना चाहिए, closing होना चाहिए, ice breaking activities होना चाहिए. It is not like that. It is, you have to understand what kind of learners and what kind of observation you are able to get it from their facial expression, that whether they are getting bored, whether they are feeling sleepy or something. Better to first break the opening the activity, फिर बीच में थोड़ा कुछ करा लो, then so that the student will able to understand, not only they are get their antennas are always be straight, otherwise वो उनका antenna ना टेढ़ा हो जाता है. Sometimes they feel bored about the concept, so that is very important. Yes, it is important. So I concluded it. It is very important. If we have only one activity, only one activity is also okay. But in that case, Bhavna ma'am, you have to understand your learners. Might be your learners are very good, very obedient, very specific, very studious. Then might be it is one activity also. Sometimes it is required. Sometimes it is not. So that is depend upon the type of a learners. अभी मेरे पास क्लास में राउडी बच्चे हैं पूरे, वो तो बैठते ही नहीं है, मतलब they are, so I have to do continuously some activities because they are not able to sit in a one place. Then I have to make them understand the topic, and I have to use the three: innovative, interactive, interesting, everything. Can you
Good evening, ma'am.
yes,
Good evening.
very
Sorry to
good.
interrupt you, ma'am. Actually, in every training, I'm having a question that we are giving homeworks to the students, right? That this is the homework which you have to do from home, right? So basically, what the problem we are facing in between, ki the students are always want ki homework should be done in classroom only. Matlab they are not doing their homeworks from home. Even the parents are sending them as it is. The whatever the work we have given to them in the class, they are coming. They are doing the revisions, learnings, each and everything. And how to handle or how to deal with this situation and in this problem.
There are two things, ma'am. There are two,
Yes, ma'am.
or I think three things are there on this, Bhavna ma'am. The one, number
Yes.
one is they are not interested to do the like homeworks in their home. Might be there is having some kind of a problem in their home. They are not able to sit in a silent place. Number one. Number two is, can be your lesson planning is should be a very, not a very that much of a strong, so that the student are not feeling comfortable to learn do the homework by them own, because they are comfortable to do the homework in the school. Why it is so? Because might be they are taking help of their friends or their peers. They are able to, might be in the home they don't have anyone who can able to help them, so that can be an activity, right?
Okay.
And
Fine,
that
ma'am.
can be done, like might be that is what kind of a thing they can able to feel. Or if they're, for example, if they're, as you said, that their parents also don't want, so might be the reason is कि parents feel कि बच्चा दिन भर some parents की problem होती है कि they don't want to teach the students, right? They don't want to teach their own kids. Why? Because they don't have enough time, because every parents are nowadays working, so they doing their own job a lot, so they don't find any appropriate time to learn it. But what happened, in that case, I must say, you need to counsel the parents along with the student and make them understand that is a, that there should be a plan कि आप ये वाला काम घर पे करेंगे, ये काम इतना आप स्कूल पे करेंगे. That is one way you can.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Anyone else? Ma'am, can you show how ब्लैक बॉक्स वर्क, ब्लैक बॉक्स का भी सेम ही है। आप जैसे मैंने प्रॉम्प्टिंग लिखा था, वहां पे जो प्लेस है वहां पे प्रॉम्प्ट लिखिए और वो वैसे ही काम करता है जैसे चैट जीपीटी काम करता है। इट्स फॉर पूर्वी मैम।
Thank you, ma'am.
या anything, anyone else? Let me check the uh, chat box thoroughly. If anyone having anything, so kindly let they can unmute, I guess, and they can able to. Um, I think Hemant sir, you understood about competency-based learnings and all. Competency is only to understand whether the student have the 21st century skills or not. Uh, students are of various levels. Some students are very intelligent. I just basically I'm searching for this question. Hemant sir has asked the students are of various levels. Some students are very intelligent and some are very slow. Some are normal level, or some are indulged in creating disturbance in the class. How can they get to top? See, Hemant sir, this is a very basic problem nowadays. Every educator or a teachers are facing. See, I totally agree, and I totally very means I'm with you only. Ke, yes, we have a different type of learners, but we have to motivate them. That is, motivation doesn't means only counseling. I'm talking about motivate means you have to give the responsibility, because see, the one who is creating the disturbance, मतलब उसको बात करने का बहुत शौक है. So what you are going to do? Okay, fine. Today, Hemant sir is going to talk about on this topic. हेमंत सर बहुत क्वेश्चन कर लिया, अब हेमंत सर आज हमें पढ़ाएंगे. So I can able to, when I use the word हेमंत सर मुझे पढ़ाएंगे आज, then what happened? हेमंत सर ने बंद कर दिया अपना क्वेश्चन करना, अब वो जो हमने पढ़ाया उसको पढ़ना शुरू करेंगे, right? Or the one who is very intelligent, and obviously they are intelligent already, right? So you can ask them ki, it's okay, we are making a group of that people, and put in one group at least one intelligent person, so that they can evaluate, give their inputs, their intelligence, and their wherever the other group members are wrong, so they can able to correct them, right? So I guess I have given you the answer, Hemant sir. What about the traditional way of making lesson plan? Should we stop that and you only chat AI to make a lesson? No, absolutely not, Ajay Shiji. Absolutely not. See, if you have heard me very seriously or carefully, then I said that it is important before planning a lesson. That is what kind of an learners you have. As I've given you the example also, if I have a same topic to be taught in your rural area and your urban area, then do we create the same lesson? You said no. Why? Because we have a different type of a learners, and the traditional way of teaching is, I believe, it's, although I'm a AI trainer, but my belief is traditional way is यदि AI यहाँ पर है तो traditional यहाँ पर है. So still it is very good, right? Because without teacher, AI cannot help, right? AI तो नहीं कर सकता. So that is the important part of that. एंड स्टॉप नहीं करना है हमें. जो AI से असिस्टेंस मिल सकती है, you have to take that, and along with that you have to mold the lesson plan according to yourself. Even the curriculum also, when you are talking about curriculum development, then you have to take all the pearls of all the lesson plan together and form the curriculum. Yes, Ajay sir is got satisfied, give me thumb up, that's awesome. Thank you, Purvi ma'am, for your appreciation. I must, educators are the master brain. Yes, Sindhu ma'am very correctly said, are the master brain, because that is the reason I said कि AI उनको replace नहीं कर सकता. Or traditional way of planning the lesson, whether it is created by an AI, traditional lesson plan को किसी कोई भी overcome नहीं कर सकता, because that is the actual lesson plan to be taught into the class on ground level. Right, but जो हम AI से lesson plan की बात करते हैं, that is a kind of an idea only. AI we are using to get the idea, activities and all that, right? But we can't actually impose that particular copy paste कर दे. No, it won't be possible, because यदि हम वैसा करेंगे तो they were not be able to, we are not able to get 100% of a desired result, because वो result हमें नहीं मिलेगा. So that is the reason I must say we have to use your educators' brain on that, and we were able to work it out. Yes, next. Any other question? Can we get latest format of lesson plan for all classes and subjects? Sir, see, Ajay ji, Ajay sir, actually the problem is we can't have any latest format, because every schools have their own format, right? सबके पास teacher diary होती है, lesson plan diary होती है. They have their own format of getting by. They have created their own format because they knows their learners or type of a student they are in their school. So they have created in that way, right? In class 10th and 12th, we hurry up with the portion. So there arises a gap in lesson planning and classroom teaching how to overcome it. Say, yes, it is very important. So I must say, Vasumati. Okay. So basically, ma'am, what happened? Because sometimes, not sometimes, I must say, every time this is a major problem in specifically in 10th and 12th grade. Why it is so? Because हमारे पास जो 10th में जो students are coming, they have a learning gap in their 9th. Or those students who are coming in, who are in the 12th, they have also a learning gap. So other time तो हमारा learning gap fill करने में चला जाता है. Then I have the concept of 10th or 12th also I have to teach into the class, right? So what to do in that case? So try to first cover up the learning gap as soon as possible. And then we have to talk about the this one. Syllabus completion. Suggest some interactive tools for senior classes hands-on activity. Ma'am, I must always, there are n number of tools of AI tools, but I must say कि बहुत सारे tools ऐसे हैं जो कि paid हैं. So I don't want any educator to be get pay not get to get, pay any AI tools, but specifically I must say you can get the activity from simple ChatGPT and Gemini also by typing a correct prompt. Sometime due to heavy rain, we miss classes. During that time, it's difficult to follow up the lesson plan, especially 10th and 12th. Yes, sometimes it happens, not only the rainfall, but also sometimes, I don't know which place you belong. I don't have your name also. It's written iPhone. So whatever the is there. So sometimes it happens कि होता है कुछ mishappening होगी. Even you have seen that 2 years back we have a 4 years back we have this one COVID. तो हमारा उसमें बहुत सारा वेस्ट हुआ, बहुत लर्निंग गैप्स आए. दैट इज इवन दिस टाइम आल्सो कि I have seen number of student, number of schools that in which they have still facing the same issue कि learning gaps ही नहीं fill हो पा रहा है. The students are not ready, even their handwriting is so poor. So it happens. So that is a kind of an like Alexa case, but yes, we have to work it out, and then seriously, then you are able to get. Can we get our participation certificate? I think Twinkle ma'am, will you?
Yeah, we will. I will inform everybody in the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can the academic development plan be created with the help of AI. Academic development plan, ma'am, ये हो सकता है, very easy है बनाना, but I must say कि you don't use, you can take an idea, but don't use it because again, AI is not aware about the type of a learners. I must say it is not that AI is not aware about type of a learners you have in your school. So I must say कि you can better to use your own innovative ideas to create your own development plan. In the
Ma'am, can you explain again competence-based learning?
competency based learning, you know what is competency, what are the competency for 21st centuries? Hello, hello.
हाँ जी मैम.
You know about competency?
Actually, ma'am, I have a doubt. That's why I want that you
No,
will.
you I can understand what you asked me, but the thing is, you know what is competency? What do you mean by competency? ये आपको पता है?
That how much you are competent to understand the concept.
How much you are competent to understand the concept, but actually when we are talking about competent, right, competent मतलब होता है कि how we were able to, like 21st century learner का skill पता है, जो कि वो हमारा जो skill है, जो number of skills है हमारा competency का, वो हमारा वो deal करता है, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं competency based. जैसे skill में सबसे पहला आता है communication, राइट, कम्युनिकेशन आता है. आई हैव शोन यू, एक मैंने आपको, मैं आई एम जस्ट सोचिंग दैट आपको मैंने दिखाया है. आपको मैंने एक कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड का लर्न लेसन प्लान दिखाया था, आई गेस ना?
हाँ जी मैम.
हाँ, तो उसमें क्या हुआ था, जो कि कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड जो लेसन प्लान बनता है वो दैट इज फॉर द स्पेसिफिक, सो दैट दे कैन एबल टू नॉट ओनली गेट द नॉलेज टू दैट particular topic, rather than they can able to use the skills, right, to get the topic to be done, right. जो competency based skills होती है वो पूरा, जैसे आप real world का example देते हैं, so that they try to innovate their critical thinking, problem solving, all these are got to be innovated, right, and they would not only get the feedback, sorry, formative assessment जो भी बहुत टाइप के भी होते हैं, जैसे फॉर्मेटिव एंड समेटिव, उसमें भी आप बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर्स और असेसमेंट्स बनाते हैं जिसमें आपको कॉम्पिटेंसी, यू आर एबल टू टॉक अबाउट कॉम्पिटेंसी.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
To understand the student of 21st century.
Okay,
21st
thank
century.
you.
Which provides advantages, application to be learned and concept of real life. Yes, thank you for solving all my problems. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very nice and good, ma'am. Yes, I think, ma'am, I think we can wind up now. Is there any other question? If you have, you can just quickly ask me. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I must say कि I try to cover up the your questions basically, maximum part. So I hope you have enjoyed the session.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for such a nice and interactive webinar. I
Thank you,
hope
ma'am.
everybody likes the webinar. Any questions if anyone has? Manisha ji, would you like to add something?
It was really fruitful, ma'am. It was really fruitful. We were not aware about all the precautions and all. What ma'am discussed with us, it was really fruitful. And we are grateful to you people that you just suggested us to plan the activities or these platforms. And earlier, like I was not aware of the brainy like Gemini app. All right, now I'll be definitely use that. And moreover, I think, ma'am, one question was there in my mind. Can we give them some activities or some projects to the children of senior classes to, and can we ask them to take the help from the chat, GPT and all?
ChatGPT will, yes, definitely you can ask, but I rather than using ChatGPT, I must say use Gemini to get new innovative
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah, definitely I'll take care of this. I'll definitely take care of this. Like most of my senior students, they are using ChatGPT only, and but I'll ask them to shift on Gemini. I know that will be the much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the only basic thing which I have learned today. This is my takeaway.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, anyone has any question or should we wind it up? Good
And Twinkle,
evening.
ma'am, one more thing. We are looking forward for having such kind of little small pieces of this webinar. So please do continue it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Next webinar is also very interesting. You will be loving that webinar. Next Sunday, we will be meeting all again in a different
Okay.
topic. Yeah,
Okay. See you
yeah,
soon then. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Yeah, Dr.
Thank you,
Shama,
ma'am.
thanks for your such a descriptive webinar. I hope everybody likes the webinar and we will be keep meeting every week for different topics.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Twinkle, ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, Archana ji, please.
I'm Bhavna this side.
Yeah, Bhavna ji, please. Yeah.
Ma'am, do we having only webinars on Sunday? Do we have any webinar on Saturday evening? Or only Sundays
Same
we have
question.
occupied?
Yeah, we can do it. Not a problem. Let us see how many people want on Saturday. Then we can plan on Saturdays also.
Okay, ma'am.
Saturday
Fine.
will be much better, ma'am. Saturday will be much better.
Next
And the
Saturday, we
same
are having
question.
a Women's Award on the International Women Day. तो आई वुड
Yeah.
लाइक कि आप सब भी उसमें नॉमिनेट करें अपने आप को या अपने टीचर्स को प्रिंसिपल्स को देन वी विल मीट ऑन 8th ऑल्सो एंड वी विल बी हैविंग वेबिनार ऑन 9th ऑल्सो तो नेक्स्ट
Okay.
2 days next Saturday Sunday we are meeting you all.
Fine,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Okay,
ma'am.
bye.
Yeah, yeah, Dr. Shama, thanks for your time and
Thank you,
efforts.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for hearing me for about more than 1 hour. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you all. Yeah, okay, bye, see you.